This week on Land Beat, we're talking about preseason activities that you need to be doing on your property, specifically mock scrapes. Ahead of season, everyone can get overwhelmed with activities that you have to do. Some have benefits, some are just time wasters, but one thing that we found that really does work and provides a lot of benefit and value to you as a hunter throughout an entire season is putting up mock scrapes, and especially on larger destination food plots. This field itself is about 6 acres, and we're a long ways from the edge, right? So getting deer when they enter into this alfalfa field congregated to one location to where you can accurately identify what deer are showing up routinely to this field, that can be difficult. Time-lapse feature on cameras is fantastic, but generally doesn't provide you enough detail of who all showed up in the field and is in the background. Those deer can be 50 yards, 60 yards, and you just see a brown spot, but you don't know, is that my target buck or is that just a good 3-year-old? So what we like to do is place these mock scrapes in locations where deer are going to pass by them, generally as they're entering into this field. Again, there's no overhanging branches really in close proximity. So we've got a T-post, and we've gone and selected specifically an oak sapling and have cut it about ground level and then have simply wired it to this T-post. T-post pounded in the ground. You can use zip ties. All you also need is just an easy handsaw and then pliers if you're running the wire. These are the tools that are going to get you a lot of information throughout the growing season. So again, it's pretty much free. This stuff is, as you know, maybe $30, but generally every hunter's already got this. You need an oak sapling because they hold their leaves much longer into the growing season, and the structure of the oak, bucks are gonna get pretty violent around this thing thrashing, so you want more of the porous cells in here to hold and retain that scent. So unlike, say, varieties like elm or black gums or dogwoods, they lose their leaves even after being cut. So you want something that's gonna hold the leaves, hold the scent, and attract them to this location. I kind of went with a larger sapling. It's got a big overhanging branch. You kind of want it to be obnoxiously large, so it's again a very focal point. And once you're done getting them established and placed in the field, go ahead and if you need to, you can kind of cut the limb to make sure it's at the right height level. But what I like to do is go ahead and rake out beneath them and disturb that soil, and occasionally even urinate into it. That doesn't last long in the ground, but that ammonia on fresh dirt, deer are very curious animals. And so this is not only a visual attraction, but now we've got some scent here that they're gonna come and investigate. And when they see that area already cleared out, they're gonna begin to work it very easily. So I know there's a lot of gimmicks out there, but this thing actually works. So once it's set up and established, make sure it's secured very nicely to the actual T-post. Get a camera, set it up so you have this in frame. You can still run time lapse on your camera, but when a buck does come here, when he's entering or exiting the field, he's going to check this. That's going to trip your camera and give you that detailed information throughout the whole throughout the whole hunting season. That's going to really tell you, most importantly, when to hunt, but obviously then also when not to hunt this field. And if he's not showing up during daylight, hitting this scrape, probably shouldn't go in and booger that field. So I love these mock scrapes set up prior to hunting season. Start getting that information. Bucks are starting to shed as we speak. They're velvet, and so scraping activity is really just a couple weeks away. So I like to have them in place, ready to rock and roll.